into Matt's Sports Talk. This is episode number 9, and in this video, I will be recapping all of the games from this past Wednesday night and previewing some really important upcoming games coming up tomorrow. So without further ado, let's dive into the recaps from this past Wednesday. And I waited until today because there was a postponed game from Wednesday night, Spring Arbor and Goshen, that was moved to last night. So I wanted to wait until that game was final before doing a full recap review of the games from Wednesday. So without further ado, let's dive in. And the first matchup takes us to Indianapolis, where the Knights of Marion faced off against the Lady Pilots of Bethel. And this was a really interesting game, and originally it was supposed to be played at 5:30 Wednesday night. It was moved up to 1 p.m. because of the winter storm that was going on across the state of Indiana. And for the Pilots, they hung with the Knights, at least through the first quarter, and at least till midway through the first quarter, I should say. And then after that, it was all Marion. Marion victorious in this game by a final score of 64-37. Marion outscoring the Pilots 16-8 in the second quarter, and this stat really stood out. They outscored Bethel 14-2 in the third quarter, so that was really, really impressive. And looking at the stats for Marion, looking at the stats first for Bethel, Bethel had some really, really good numbers in terms of the stats. First, Caroline Morris, 1 of 1 shooting. She had 4 rebounds and 1 block. And Mariah Claywell, 5 of 12 shooting with 3 rebounds. Gracie Lambs struggled shooting from the field. She was 1 for 5, but she did have a rebound and an assist. And however, a really, really key stat that stood out from this game for the Lady Pilots was Isabel Scales, 4 of 5 shooting, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 3 rebounds. And freshman Olivia Nickerson, 2 of 4 shooting, which was all from beyond the arc, with 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And other players off the bench for the Pilots, at least one that stands out, Elia Foster, 2 of 7 shooting. She was a perfect 2 of 2 at the free throw line, though, so that you love to see that. She did have 1 rebound. And the Pilots really struggled. They shot just 33% from the field, 23 from 3. They were 75% at the free throw line. They only got to the line 4 times and missed only 1 free throw. Meanwhile, for the Knights got to the free throw line 26 times and converted 20 of those shots for 76%. So obviously, free throw shooting was pretty near even. And for the Knights struggled shooting as well. They shot just 38% from the field, so slightly better than the Pilots. Marion was worse from 3 at just 18%, but a lot of stats stood out. First, from junior center Abby McNally, 6 of 11 shooting, another double-double, 2 of 4 at the line, 10 rebounds, 1 assist. Her sister Kylie, 2 of 7 shooting, 2 of 2 at the free throw line with 2 steals, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Madison Bailey, 3 of 6 shooting with 5 steals, 2 blocks, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. Taylor Double struggled shooting, just 1 of 4, but she did have 2 rebounds and 1 assist. And Olivia Faust, 4 of 7 shooting, 1 of 1 at the line with 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals. Madison Bailey, I alluded to a minute ago, I did want to add she was 5 of 7 at the free throw line, though, so you love to see that. And that was your matchup there. The next matchup takes us to Mount Vernon Nazarene, where the now number 9 ranked Lady Cougars faced off against the MVNU Lady Cougars. And MVNU got out to a really good start. They led 16-12 after the first quarter. However, after that, it was pretty much all St. Francis outscoring the Lady Cougars of Mount Vernon 25-19 in the second quarter. And in the third quarter was really, really the difference. St. Francis just got red hot shooting, 22-13. They outscored MVNU in the third, and then an even bigger fourth quarter, outscoring MVNU 34-13 for the 93-61 victory. And it was highlighted by an unbelievable performance from freshman from Convoy, Ohio, Callie Gregory. She had 34 points, 14 of 22 shooting, 4 of 8 from downtown, 2 of 3 at the free throw line, 8 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 3 rebounds. Somebody else that stood out, 21 points on the day for Chloe McKnight, 7 of 13 shooting, which was all from downtown, 4 assists, 4 steals, 1 steal. And Julia Mantila, 3 of 6 shooting, 8 rebounds, 2 steals, and 1 block. Cassidy Crawford, 6 of 10 shooting, 3 of 4 at the free throw line with 2 assists, 1 block, and 3 rebounds. And Isabella Gizzi didn't have a lot of offense. She was a perfect 2 of 2 shooting, which one of those was from downtown, but she had 3 steals, 2 assists, and 4 rebounds. And St. Francis as a team, boy, they were just clicking on offense. 57% shooting from the field, an even more blistering 51% from beyond the arc. And they were just 66% at the free throw line. They got to the free throw line 9 times. MVNU got to the free throw line 10 times. Slightly better for Mount Vernon at the free throw line, albeit by only a little bit, for 80%, being 8 of 10, and St. Francis was 6 of 9. And looking at MVNU, again, they had some decent balanced scoring, but obviously they were out rebounded in the end. But they had a good performance, a continued good performance, I might add, from freshman Serenity Johnson, who's from Uniontown, Ohio, which is up in Stark County. I used to live in Stark County. I know exactly where Lake High School is. Lake High School has a fantastic basketball program. And Serenity, 5 of 14 shooting, so she did struggle a little bit, but she did have 2 assists and 1 steal. Meanwhile, Emily Walker, 1 of 3 shooting, which was from beyond the arc. She did have 6 assists and 5 rebounds. Teresa Maggio had an off day shooting, 5 of 13, but she was a perfect 4-4 at the free throw line, 2 steals, 2 rebounds. Katie Sprang, 2 of 8 shooting, so Sprang also struggled, but she did have 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block. And Angela Roshak had a really good game, 5 of 7 shooting with 8 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block. Off the bench, Megan Weekly from Sunbury, Ohio. She went to Big Walnut High School. It's a really good high school. It has a great basketball program. Of course, it's down around Westerville and Sunbury. So obviously for her, great to see her back after being out for a few weeks due to injury. She was 2 of 3 shooting in just 17 minutes of action, which was 2 of 2 from beyond the arc with 1 rebound, 1 assist. And MVNU didn't shoot bad from the field at 41%. They were worse from 3 at just 33%, and then I alluded to they were 80% from the charity stripe, and that was your matchup there. The next matchup for Wednesday night takes us to Marion, Indiana, where the Lady Wildcats faced off against the Lady Trojans of Taylor. And for Indiana Wesleyan, they were looking to get back in the win column after a very tough loss at home to now number 9 St. Francis last Saturday. And for the Wildcats, they got out to a really good start. They led by 6 after the first quarter. It was kind of an even second quarter. They did get out to a 15-point lead at halftime, and the Trojans really stepped it up in the third quarter. The Trojans at one point had the lead whittled down to just 9 points, and then after taking a timeout, the Lady Wildcats just went on a huge offensive run, and they never looked back after that. They got out to a 16-0 run to start the fourth quarter. They did outscore the Trojans 24-19 in the third, and had a fantastic fourth quarter, outscoring the Trojans 30-8. And looking at the stats for Taylor, we have Emma Foll, who was 3 of 9 shooting, 1 of 3 from beyond the arc, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 rebound. Kendall Wayne had a really good game, 2 of 6 shooting, 1 of 3 from downtown, 2 of 2 at the line with 4 rebounds and 2 assists. Ava Henson, 5 of 12 shooting. She was 3 of 4 from the free throw line, though, so obviously you'll take that all day. She did have 1 steal and 3 rebounds. Quinn Kelly, 2 of 4 shooting. She had 2 assists and 5 rebounds. And Whitney Warfel struggled shooting because she did get in early foul trouble, but she did have 3 assists on the day. And a really impressive performance off the bench from freshman Kendall Seitzema, 4 of 12 shooting. She had 12 rebounds and just 28 minutes of action off the bench. So that was a stat that stood out. Also, another freshman played decent off the bench in just 9 minutes of action, Kaylin Bunch. She had 4 rebounds, 2 steals, and 1 assist. And Taylor, as a team, shot 32% from the floor, 17 from 3, so they did struggle mightily from beyond the arc. They were 7 of 10 at the free throw line for obviously 70%. Meanwhile, for the Wildcats shot way better at 55% from the field compared to 32 for the visitors. The Wildcats struggled early shooting from three. They were just 11% from three early on. They did get it up to 36% by the end of the game, so obviously they improved mightily there. And they got to the free throw line 4 more times than the Trojans, and the Wildcats converted at the free throw line for 85.7%. And in her first starting role this year, senior forward Maddie Lawrence, in her 5th year, boy, she had a stellar game. 21 points, so man, she has just played awesome. I'm definitely proud of her for that unbelievable effort on defense. And for Lawrence, she was 7 of 11 shooting, 1 of 2 from beyond the arc, 6 of 8 at the free throw line, 5 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 3 rebounds. Izzy Reed, 3 of 6 shooting, 1 of 1 at the line, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Corin Grivey, 2 of 9 shooting, so she did struggle shooting. She also got the starting role for the first time this year, and she had 4 rebounds and 1 steal. And Emily Mattingly played absolutely phenomenal. She also got the starting role the first time this year. 3 of 5 shooting, 3 of 3 at the free throw line, 3 steals, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And Taylor Folkema, 6 of 9 shooting, 1 of 1 from downtown, 2 of 2 at the free throw line with 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 1 block. Off the bench, they had a really good shooting performance from senior Jade Nutley, 6 of 9 shooting with 2 assists and 2 rebounds. Tori Thompson, 2 of 4 shooting in 12 minutes of action with 2 assists and 1 steal. And Ellie Kelleher off the bench, 19 minutes of action, 7 assists and 5 rebounds. And Bria Garber also off the bench, 3 of 4 shooting, which was all from downtown, with 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, and 1 block. And that was your matchup there. So great to see, obviously, Indiana Wesleyan back in that win column and looking to continue building the momentum for the last 3 games of the regular season, and obviously trying to, most importantly, focus on 1 game at a time, but also trying to lock up that number 1 seed in the Crossroads League tournament as well. And the next matchup takes us to Winona Lake, Indiana, where the Lady Foresters of Huntington traveled to Grace. Now, I mentioned in my playoff seeding update video yesterday that Grace has just been struggling this year with tons of injuries, and this season has just not gone well for them. But despite that, they still are playing hard, and that's obviously what you want to see. And starting out for Grace in terms of their stats, Grace shot 25% from the field, just 20% from 3. They got to the free throw line 16 times for 75%, so obviously that's definitely a positive to take away from that. And for the Lady Foresters got to the free throw line only 6 times for 50%, converting 3 of those. Looking at the stats first, for the Lady Lancers, Morgan Houck, 3 of 15 shooting, 4 of 6 at the free throw line with 2 assists, 5 rebounds. Maddie Pointer, 3 of 10 shooting, 4 of 5 at the free throw line though, so obviously the free throw shooting was really, really good. 7 rebounds for Pointer and 1 steal. Kenzie Ryman really struggled, only made 1 shot out of 13 attempts. However, she was really good on defense. 3 assists, 3 steals, and 5 rebounds. Becca Marshall had a really good shooting game, 6 of 12 from the floor, 3 of 5 from downtown, 3 of 3 at the line, 5 rebounds, 1 block. And Peyton Murphy also struggled shooting. She was just 1 of 11, but she did have 9 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block. And off the bench, Sahara B, who plays for the women's volleyball team, had to be activated as a position player for the Lady Lancers under head coach Dan Davis just because of all the injuries that they've had. She did play well, 17 minutes of action, 2 of 2 shooting with 5 rebounds. And they also had to activate another girl from the volleyball team, Anna Ballingy, and also activate a girl from the JV team, Cora Arms. So obviously, Grace is just trying to play as hard as they can, which obviously that's all you can ask for. And now looking at the stats for the Lady Foresters, they had some really good shooting numbers. And first off, sharpshooter Saltmore from Leato, Indiana, Bailey Kellum, 3 of 9 shooting, 2 of 6 from downtown, 1 of 2 at the line, 4 rebounds, 2 steals. Annika Nelson, 2 of 8 shooting, so she did struggle a little bit shooting, but she did have 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 rebounds. And they were led by an 18-point performance from Saltmore, Kendall Yoakum, who is from Morgantown, Indiana, went to Franklin High School. It's a small town just outside the Indianapolis metro area suburbs. Yoakum 6 of 12 shooting, which was all from beyond the arc. She also had 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal. And senior guard Gabby Melby, 4 of 8 shooting. She only had 9 points, 1 of 2 from beyond the arc. She did have 7 assists and 3 rebounds. And another double-double from sophomore center Liv Raby, 6 of 12 shooting, 1 of 3 at the line. She did have 10 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. And other good performances off the bench. And the Lady Foresters had some really good production. Kendra Sheets off the bench, 2 of 4 shooting, 3 assists, 1 steal, 2 rebounds. Tegan Akers, 3 of 8 shooting, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. And Addie Shank, freshman center, 3 of 7 shooting, 1 of 1 at the line with 13 rebounds and 2 assists. And Shank had 13 rebounds in just 16 minutes of action, so really, really impressive performance there. And I did forget to talk about the final score from Iwu Taylor. Iwu 87-46 victory over the Trojans, and then Huntington 79-48 victory over the Lady Lancers. And then the last matchup takes us to Spring Arbor, Michigan. This was a postponed game from Wednesday night, pardon me, due to all the snow up there and the ice and that sort of thing. But they did make the game up last night, and for Spring Arbor, they had a tough 5-point loss the first time they played Goshen in Goshen. This go around at home against Spring Arbor, they go to 9-2 on the year. I believe they go to 9-2 at home. Let me double check that real quick. Yes, 9-2 at home on the year, and this was all Spring Arbor. 84-56, they defeated the Lady Maple Leafs. Excuse me. And Goshen had some really good numbers. Ava Licklider, 2 of 6 shooting, 3 of 4 at the line, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 steal. Zion Neat, 3 of 14 shooting, 2 of 7 from beyond the arc, 5 of 5 at the line with 4 rebounds. And for Zion, she officially has accumulated 2,000 career points as a Lady Maple Leaf, so a huge congratulations to her for that incredible achievement. Also for Goshen, Carrie Heiler, 1 of 4 shooting with 1 rebound. And Cyan Mohammed, 7 of 14 shooting, 7 of 8 at the line, 16 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 blocks. And that was the matchup there. Also, Lillian Null off the bench, 21 minutes of action. She did not score, but she did have 7 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal. And for the Lady Maple Leafs, they shot 29% from the field, just 13 from 3. They were really, really good at the free throw line, though. 19 of 21 for 90.5%. And Spring Arbor got to the line 31 times and just converted 25 of those for a slightly worse 80%, but still not too bad. And looking at the stats for the Lady Cougars, Emma Smyska, 4 of 8 shooting, 1 of 1 at the line, 6 steals, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. Sydney Onens, 9 of 14 shooting with 6 rebounds. Elena Kolesa, 3 of 7 shooting, 1 of 1 from beyond the arc, 5 of 6 at the line, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 3 rebounds. Megan Zeitz had an off-shooting game, 0 of 9, but she did have 4 assists, 7 rebounds, 1 steal. And Alana Nelson, 5 of 15 shooting, 1 of 3 from downtown, 8 of 10 at the line, 10 rebounds, another double-double for her, 19 points on the night. She did have 2 assists and 1 steal. Spring Arbor shot 40% from the field, so better than Goshen's 29. Spring Arbor slightly better from 3, by not much, just 23%. And then I alluded to the 80% at the free throw line. And with that recaps all of the games from Wednesday night, including the makeup game for Goshen and Spring Arbor that was made up last night. Looking at the match, now one thing real quick, for Spring Arbor, they officially lock no worse than the 4 seed with their win last night. So big congratulations to head coach John Williams and his team for the unbelievable performance. They go to 10-5 in conference. They've had a really good year this year, have some really good wins. And again, a big congratulations to them for officially clinching no worse than that number 4 seed, meaning that they will be hosting the first round, the last team to host the opening round game coming up Wednesday, February 26th. And more than likely, they will be facing off against the Huntington Lady Foresters in a rematch from last year's opening round game when Spring Arbor was the 3 seed and Huntington was a 6 seed this year. And again, at least right now, it's looking likely that Spring Arbor will be the 4 and Huntington will be the 5. So Different seeding for both those two teams this year, but the same. But at least as of now, it would be the same exact matchup from a year ago in the opening round of the league tournament. Looking at the games happening tomorrow, Grace will be at Bethel. Spring Arbor will be at Huntington. So obviously a very big game there. Really, there's big games moving forward for all the teams. Taylor will be at Goshen. Goshen trying to stay alive in that playoff hunt. Mount Vernon Nazarene will be at Iwu, and Iwu trying to win again tomorrow and get one step closer to clinching that #1 seed. And then Marion will be at St. Francis, and these two teams are neck and neck for that #2 and 3 seed as it stands right now. And Grace and Bethel. Bethel's trying to lock up a playoff spot with a win tomorrow against the Lady Lancers. The Lancers, on the other hand, are trying to stay alive in the playoff hunt. And even if Grace loses tomorrow, they will be desperately hoping that Taylor beats Goshen coming up tomorrow. So those are your recaps and everything that from this year, or excuse me, those are the recaps from this past Wednesday and previewing the matchups for tomorrow. And I alluded to the standings in my video yesterday, so I will not dive in to those. So stay tuned. I will be immediately recording a men's recap video after this, so you definitely want to stay tuned for that, and that will be coming up momentarily. So thanks so much for watching this video, and have a great rest of your day.